start off with like the alarms and like the.
That's a good idea. Do the whoosh, or you hate that thing.
I don't hate it. I just don't want them to use it for this one.
All right.
Come on, do something different. Don't spoil the Smash Brothers. Like, oh, I immediately know this is a Smash Brothers character, even though it could be like a really well done Animal Crossing looking thing. I now know this is Smash Brothers.
Save it for the conversation.
Okay, sorry.
Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Thumbcast. I'm your host, Drew, and I'm joined with who else but Xander, Morningstar. What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Legend of Xander is here.
Yeah, the Legend of Xander comes in for a swing.
Our new mystery character. Uh-oh. What are we talking about?
Actually, can you just make my like picture on the side like a silhouette, and then like it's
I should have. That would have been amazing. Hey everybody, hope everyone's doing well out there. We got a juicy episode for you. We're gonna talk about Smash mainly, but before we get to that, just want to encourage you all. Send us your listener mail. We are listening, and we want your mail. But you're the listener, so you're listening to the Thumbcast. But please comment below this Thumbcast or any other Thumbcast on what you want us to talk about. We are looking for things to talk about, and who better to ask than our community? So, anything else you want to say about that, Xander?
Definitely comment on this one or the last episode, because we will probably be doing a big feature on listener mail in the next episode. So,
yes,
ask your questions. It can be anything, really. I mean, we want it to pertain to like what we talk about on the show, but like if you've been wondering like what our favorite fruits are, I can tell you right now, mine is kiwi. So.
Yeah, and if you want to know about Drew After Dark or Tub Time.
Oh gosh, don't bring that guy up.
Tub Time. The best ideas come to me in tub time. That's what you said, right?
Hey, that's...
with Mario Maker?
I might have uttered those words, yes, I might
I love it.
So I will say, like, when Mario Maker came out, I had it on the Wii U in my dorm room, and I was able to take it with me to the bathroom, because the dorm room bathroom is connected to your room, so that was really handy.
Yeah.
If you know... But
you could,
there's no tub in there, so it was a bit problematic.
You could knock out some blocks.
But with this...
During tub time.
All right, and on that, thank you guys for listening. And,
that's all we have time for. So anyway, we're going to jump into to Super Smash Brothers. We could have talked about this during our E3 Thumbcast, but it really does deserve its own Thumbcast, because it's really going to be the headline of Nintendo's presence at E3. They're going to be showing off a whole bunch of it, and let's get into it. We know what we know about this game is that it's coming out this year.
Yeah.
I think it's more or less confirmed that this is a new Smash game. It's not a port.
Right.
We know that the Inklings will be in it. We know that Mario, Link, and a few other silhouettes that you can make out of that image are going to be in it. Probably just the classic characters that we know.
Yeah.
So anything else that we know about the game? I mean,
it's probably going to be on the Switch.
Sure, it's not going to be the 3DS.
Well, they do like to sometimes keep making games.
Yeah, I hope not.
Yeah, imagine Drew After Dark. The year is 2030. The Nintendo has moved on to 2 consoles after the Switch. The 3DS is still alive, kicking and screaming.
Oh no. Man. So, So what I want to cover in this conversation is just kind of whatever you want to talk about, like what you want to see in the game, what you think they'll maybe show off at E3. But like, we can talk about things as detailed as character movesets or stages or modes or what what we think the roster will be, characters that they're adding, characters that they're cutting, things like that.
Sure.
So yeah, whatever you want to talk about, man.
I think for this one, I'm the most excited to finally like play online and enjoy
and
that
actually
experience.
have a good connection playing online.
Yeah. Because
same.
with games like Smash and with Mario Kart, like I really like them and I find them a lot of fun, but I don't like playing them by myself, and I don't always have like I've got friends that I'll play it with, but those experiences are few and far between because of scheduling.
Yeah.
And so to be able to like just jump online and play like kind of seamlessly like I can with Splatoon and Mario Kart, I really am excited for with Smash. I feel like with the Wii U one, like I have that and I could play that right now, but I'm never really inclined to do it because the startup is so long, and then getting into a match is painful. It's always more hassle than it's worth, and so my image for that game is always kind of tainted by just that whole experience behind trying to get it set up. And I feel like that the hard work that's put into that game is lost.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
I think, I think you're right. I think it's what I kind of tie my past experience with other Nintendo consoles is that like there's like with the Wii U is like there was never really a draw for me to get online, honestly, because it was not polished. It was not done well. The Switch has kind of proven that they can do online well, and
ARMS is impressive, for a fighting game.
Exactly, yeah, for sure. And like, I mean, you're more inclined. Like the Switch still encourages couch co-op. Like they're trying to bring that back, but like they're also going to play online and do that well. And I think that having a Smash game that's going to be super responsive and get you into matches fast, and like that's a game changer, especially for Smash. Like. I was just hanging out with my buddy Andrew, who's been on the channel a couple times, but like I said, hey, he's not a Nintendo guy at all, and I said, are you thinking about getting a Switch? And he's like, yes, 100%. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, because and that's just a testament to how well the Switch is doing. But he's like, yeah, Smash, man, I would like to play that. I was like, yeah, for sure. So I think that playing Smash Online is a big that's where all the pressure is on the game.
Yeah.
Now we are going to get at E3 is they're going to do kind of like a I don't know what to call it. What are they calling it? Like it's not a test punch. It's not a splat.
There's like a tournament thing going on.
It's like an invitational is what they're calling it. I think the Smash
Invitational. Yeah, that's right.
And they have like select people that are going to be playing it. I think.
I don't really follow Smash competitively, but I'm aware of the guy Zero, who I know is really good at Smash competitively, so he'll probably be there, I'm assuming.
Yeah, there was some video that they put out that Nintendo released on YouTube about who they were inviting. All these just random people, obviously. But I can't wait to see it.
This game, though.
We're going to see the ins and outs. We're going to see the menu. We're going to see the character roster, like character selection page. We're going to see the modes. We're going to know everything we need to know about this game. That's what's so exciting.
There's gonna be trailers. There's gonna be character reveals. There's gonna be cutscenes. There's gonna be all the UI, and you're gonna see gameplay probably the most. Maybe, I mean, you'll see it in the trailers, but like we're gonna see that through the Invitational, and that's really exciting.
What I can't wait for, honestly, is the first time I see how Link and how Mario plays. Just because, and we've talked about this before, how we think that their move sets are gonna change.
Yeah.
I feel like they have to change because both of those characters have gone through a makeover recently, and I think that it makes sense to just change their movesets, which might throw seasoned players off. But
I think that's exciting. Like that makes it a new game.
Yeah.
And I remember like how excited you got when I just expressed the idea that I'm sure a lot of people have had about using Rivali's Gale as like as a B up, and like that's just amazing. That's so cool. And like Cappy can be like a projectile, and the T-Rex could be his like final smash. Like,
oh my gosh!
There's just there's so much cool stuff they could do. Or you could have like Pauline come out on a stage, and it could be like some of the Animal Crossing stages, like sometimes KK Slider's playing. They could have Pauline be doing her performance of Jump Up Superstar in the background.
That's definitely a stage. That has to be a stage.
It could be flying around New Donk City or other kingdoms, kind of like they do with Sunshine.
I feel if they're gonna really go for it, Link's final smash would be all four Divine Beasts just laying it down on the character. Like that vacuum that just comes down Man of Steel style.
Or he like takes, or it's the exact opposite. It's like super anticlimactic, and either one of two things will happen.
Throws a
rains.
bomb rune, and that's it.
I was gonna say like, it rains. You know, I think the bomb rune might just be his actual bomb. But like, you know, like
rains,
the rain is the worst.
Fall off
it's just fall off the thing. Or he like just grabs like he grabs like Marth's sword, and automatically the weapon just breaks, and Marth doesn't have a sword for the rest of the game.
They all get dubious food.
Oh no!
They cook dubious foods. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think that
there's a lot of jokes you can make with that one.
Yeah, I think that a Rivali's Gale is cool. I think they could just use like you know how some of the characters have like that reflective, or that like it's a gosh.
Think of the shield type of thing,
like
shield Daruk's shield.
Yeah, it could be Daruk's protection, but like even as like because it like repels back when you use Daruk's protection, and like I'm thinking of like the Fire Emblem characters, their B down is like actually a why can't I think of the word? You counter it.
Oh yeah.
It could be like that. You have a B down, but it's a counter. And it's Daruk's protection. Now I know they all have every character has like those bubbles when you are blocking, but it could be separate than that. I don't know. I feel like you could use the champion's abilities for his moveset.
I'm wondering if you could do that with his, and then when you like actually used your shield, you were using Mipha, and you could recover a little bit of health.
Ooh, I like that.
I think Jigglypuff used to be able to do that when she would sleep. Now, I might be wrong.
Now, didn't Little Mac was he able to like regain health just off the fly? Or was he like just he was just building up a meter for like
he just had a meter.
He had a meter. Okay.
And then Urbosa's Fury could be like that side B where you like charge your attack and then shoot it.
You know how they have like the recovery hearts? You could just have like Mipha's Grace for any character.
Right.
Puts you back to 0%. You know.
Yeah.
Oh man.
There's so much.
I know.
I will say like
and that's just with one character.
Right. Yeah. With the Switch being so young though, and like. We've talked about in our last episode, like this being the year of pulling out all of Nintendo's franchises that they always have that you kind of expect that you really want to play.
Yeah.
A lot of those characters have not made their Switch debut yet. Like we've only seen a little bit of Yoshi. We haven't seen Pikmin. We haven't seen Animal Crossing. So you want those characters to be represented in this Smash title, but you also kind of want them to fit in with this Switch generation.
Yeah.
And so my fear there is that like they're just going to be based off the Wii U one, and you're not going to obviously like you're not going to show off a Pokemon character before the game is announced.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my only I guess. Alleged fear with the character design.
Well, yeah. I think besides the characters we talked about, like most of them are still those characters. It's just a matter of like, and I know like so like all right.
But you're gonna want Metroid Prime 4 Samus, right?
Exactly. Yes, you want that. Now, poor Captain Falcon hasn't gotten a game since the GameCube era, and what they've done is they've kind of taken liberties to make a Captain America version. Or Captain Falcon version for Smash, and and he's subtly changed through the games.
Yeah,
but...
he and Ganondorf both they started off I think they were like carbon copies of each other.
Yeah. Now,
but they completely made up Sheik for Wii U. Like that Sheik is not.
And it's like the question of like, will Ganondorf actually be in this game, because we haven't seen Ganondorf since the Wii U days. There wasn't a Ganondorf in Breath of the Wild, but like we talked about that before, and we said like they could just bring a new version of Ganondorf into it, like kind of like what they did for Hyrule Warriors. Like it was just a new looking Ganondorf, but who knows? Maybe cool. Or they might just cut him altogether. I don't know, but
people will be rioting over that one, unless like Calamity Ganon was like a stage hazard. I guess I don't know.
I would not do it justice, but
yeah.
I think
what other villain would you? I'm trying to think of what other tangible villain you could pull from Breath of the Wild to fill that role. My first thought was like Master Koga, but like that's not happening.
No, that won't happen.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this, and we've talked about it before. I think this is kind of going off topic, but to answer the question, like I think that Smash for Switch needs to bring back a single player mode.
I agree.
That
That'd be awesome.
Say what you will about the Subspace Emissary, how ridiculous or silly it was, or maybe even it wasn't very...
It was awesome. It was completely off the walls, but man, it was awesome.
They need to bring it back. Like, that was what was missing from the Wii U.
See Bowser and Gandorf on that spaceship.
Yeah. Man. Fan fiction at its best. And, like...
Oh, yeah.
I just feel like you could have boss stages that, like, you could have Calamity Ganon as a boss. You know, because they had bosses. They had,
absolutely.
In that subspace, they had, Ridley. They had,
Rayquaza and Porky.
They had all sorts of Petey Piranha.
Petey Piranha.
He was the first one, I think. So, like, yeah, they could do that and still...
The most terrifying Mario-looking character.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. I mean, but yeah, I think it would be smart to just have a new version of Ganondorf,
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I agree with you on the single player though. I think that'd be really cool.
I think it'd be
really
great.
Do miss, I honestly, like, I think it had to deal with a lot of those cutscenes and those boss battles, like the platforming
so cool.
aspects of it. I could do without. Honestly,
I just lived for what was going to happen next. That's what I played it.
Where is this narrative going? It's so off the wall. Like, I just want to know what happened. And, like, the ending was like...
Wario's making trophies? What is this about?
Yeah, like, what is going on here? This is so... Oh, man. I mean, like, the way they did it was really neat.
Now, I feel like Switch has made an effort to make new iterations of those characters on Switch. I mean, they've been working hard this year. I mean...
Mm-hmm.
With Kirby, we even got Meta Knight and DDD in that, and we got, we've gotten Donkey Kong, even though it was just a port. Like, I mean, Donkey Kong is also in the Rabbids game, so...
Yep. Rabbid Kong is one of the single-player bosses.
Right, yeah. Rabbids, who knows, maybe
one
they'll
of the
be on
Rabbids
Switch, or maybe they'll be on Smash.
The Rabbids are going to be in the Smash game.
It'd be amazing. Or they could be like a stage. Kingdom Battle.
Makes me sad that...
Stage.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be cool.
Rabbids are like hazards and stuff.
Yeah, you can only, like, maneuver, though, like, by grid.
That'd be dumb.
That'd be so dumb.
All right, here's a big question, since it's in the image here. How are the Inklings going to play? I'm really curious to know how they're going to play in Smash.
Yeah, that's a weird one. I mean, obviously they're going to, like, walk around, they're going to shoot, but you got to wonder,
they got to ink down into the floor, right? Like, they have to do that.
Yeah, you think so, but, like, playing as Smash Brothers, you only see the spots, I guess, on the ground where you would ink if you were to, like, pause it and move the camera, because, it's a 2D perspective.
Yeah.
So I think that would be, like, especially, like, if I did, like, 8-player Smash, like, would you be able to see the ink? I don't know.
No, probably not. I mean, like, it'd be dumb if it's, like, for that character, they have to keep track of where it's been, like, with the ink and stuff. That'd be too much. Right,
and, like, with the ink, would it kind of just
disappear,
not fade away, but yeah, it just kind of shrinks away after a while.
So, like, and it's also like, when will it turn into a squid? It's like if it's if you're like you holding block and you roll underneath the character, that could be like going into the ground, or like it does a normal jump, but then on the double jump it turns into a squid or something, or or even has like or maybe it shoots off the ground, like shoots the ground to launch itself up or something. I don't know. Like, there's so many things to think about how the Inklings will tie into this. And I'm even trying to take, like, from the announcement trailer, you see them doing their normal Splatoon stuff. They're swimming, they're shooting, they're running. I mean, like, you have to think.
I wonder if maybe, like, if they don't do that shooting the ink, and that maybe the ink will only go on the character that you're shooting.
Yeah.
And maybe it won't go on the ground, or maybe the only time you'll see them on the coming out of ink is like when they're like their character arrival animation.
Yeah.
I don't know. That I think that the argument or not argument, but the conceptual idea of like how that could work is really fascinating. I just don't.
I think a lot of the A, like the hitting, like the actual smashing hits, not like the B moves. Like the B moves can be like shooting. You could also throw.
Yeah, you got like the
your
standard
bombs and stuff. But like,
they're good in the weapons department for sure.
But I feel like for like hitting each other and stuff, I feel like you could use the roller.
Yeah, absolutely. You could like a battering ram or something like that. Yeah.
I think right away of like Ness with his bat, or like characters like that who bring out an item for like one move. Like, who knows? Maybe they'll just standard punch. I feel like that'd be weird, but
yeah. That would be a little odd.
But then again, it's like you don't. It wouldn't be odd because a lot of these other characters are punching each other anyway.
I wonder if they're
like
gonna have
Peach is punching people. You know what I mean? Like so, it might
right,
just be a
you're right.
standard.
Yeah,
like
yeah, you're
they're
right.
gonna have to do it. But
yeah,
but you
I wonder if the stage that they build for Splatoon could be the exception of their ink does go everywhere.
Yeah, true. That could happen.
That could always be a neat thing.
I can see them using like some of the power ups. Like they could do like the I don't know what they're called, but like where you make it rain ink on people. You could do like the jetpack thing, and you're shooting big bursts of ink.
Yeah, like what their Final Smash could be. Would it be like the targeting and shooting, like what Snake did, or would it just be like this colossal? It could be like you could not escape.
Yeah, it could be the Rainmaker item.
Yeah, oh, that'd be really neat.
I don't know.
That'd be really neat.
Yeah.
Or the Callie and Marie just kind of come out of their butts and they start singing and
another note on the another note on the story mode is that you can have a boss be like one of the big Octolink bosses from Splatoon the campaign.
What's the Octo Stamp or whatever, the big fat cube looking guy?
Like but is it Splatoon 2 where it's like the DJ?
Yeah, he's in both of them.
Okay, yeah, you can have him. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, DJ Octavio. Yeah, he was pretty good.
But yeah, I mean, like it'd be cool just to see like on a Inkling stage, like in the background, you just see Inklings having a battle or something.
Mm-hmm.
So much potential there.
Yeah, there's a lot they could do, and that's really cool. I don't know. I'm excited, and also having like I grew up with Nintendo stuff, and I played a lot of Smash as a kid, but like I didn't really explore all of their series. Like I didn't play my first Star Fox game until last year. I didn't play Pikmin for the first time until the beginning of college.
Fire Emblem's another one. I mean,
and Fire Emblem's it's another great example. So like to kind of had experience with these characters outside of Smash Brother and like kind of just know everything about them now. Mm-hmm. Like I've now like I kind of put that in the Mario category and the Zelda category of I've played with these before.
Yeah, it
makes the experience overall just like a much cooler thing and a little weirder, but also like a much more cool thing.
It is. It's like Avengers Infinity War. It's like bringing a ton of characters together, and you can't believe it's happening. But we're all used to it by now with Smash. I think I'm trying to think of like some of the off the wall characters that they've always added in these games in the past, and like there's talks of them putting Crash and the Rabbids and like Spyro into this and stuff, and I kind of 100% believe it just given off what we've gotten in the past.
Right.
But you have at some point you have to draw a line. Not every character who's ever appeared in a Smash game is going to make it into this game. And I think I've said this before, but like I think we're going to get a simple roster. I think we're going to get at least to start like and
do you think they're going to cut some of the retro characters like Rob and Mr. Game & Watch and Duck Hunt?
Yeah, I do.
Do you think Little Mac falls into that category, or do you think he's safe?
I don't know. Was he popular?
I think he was pretty popular for the NES game. I think that they've struggled with trying to do something new with that series.
I meant for Wii U. Like, was he a popular Smash character?
Oh yeah, he was a very popular Smash character.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I mean,
mm-hmm.
It's like I think they'll make a new Fire Emblem roster.
Sure,
they'll interchange those. I think that at just some point you gotta scale it down. Maybe not. Maybe they'll just do everything. But
again, like I go back to what I said earlier, though, like having a Switch generation represented in that Smash game, because there's probably only going to be one Smash game for the console.
Yeah.
But we talked about earlier in the last episode that there's going to be a Switch Fire Emblem game. So wouldn't you want those characters to be in this Smash game?
Right. Absolutely.
But presumably it's coming out after. I don't know. Unless you were to announce all of this at E3.
Will always be safe. Marth is
sure.
There. And just a side note, Marth is my boy in Smash. Marth is my guy. I play as him the most.
I really like him and Ike. Both of those have been my Fire Emblem guys.
Nice.
And I kind of assume that him, Ike, and maybe I think it was Roy are the ones that people kind of stick to because they are.
To them,
they're kind of the classic characters.
So.
I don't know. It seems weird that you'd want to unveil all of this at E3 and then
and
not
they
talk
won't.
about the other.
I think that they're going to show us the roster that you start off the game with, which is going to be our classic characters that we know and love, and maybe with a couple surprises in there just to start with on your roster. I mean, I think they'll change up the starting roster, but I think like the fun of Smash when you first get the game is just playing it for like 50 hours and then boom, now this character's unlocked because you played this game for 50 hours. But like I also think that there will be some exclusives that you'll be able to download due to the online service. And I think that would be like,
I hope that they add stuff to it like they did with what they're going to do with the Mario Tennis Aces game.
Yeah.
But like what I was saying was if the Fire Emblem game for Switch comes out in, say, February of 2019.
Sure.
And the Smash game is coming out in September. Are you going to have all those Fire Emblem characters made their reveal in the Smash game before that Switch game?
Probably not.
Or
I think
they did it with Corrin in the Fire Emblem Fates game.
Okay.
His first appearance was in Smash before.
Oh, okay.
It was weird. His character kind of spoils the rest of the games that hadn't come out yet because of the weapon he has. So it's weird. I don't know.
Well, I wonder if it's just like they give us our core Fire Emblem and then like we download others later.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, are they gonna? It feels really weird to do because it's like you make that argument of like this is not a complete package, but like I get it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just it would be a different move, but it also makes sense. So
some other ones that I think will show up are ARMS characters. Which will be really fun to play with in Smash. I know
people the common consensus around ARMS is that was a cool game. I'm kind of done with it unless they do a sequel with a bigger campaign. But those characters would be really neat to play in Smash just because they're very likable. They're fun design.
I mean, we've not had a character like it before in Smash. It would be amazing. Like, with these stretchy arms. Like, how does that factor into
the closest
the gameplay? And
the closest I can think of is any character that can throw something and have it return to him, like a boomerang with Link, or with Corrin, who can do like that dragon spear move where he like stretches his arm out and it turns into like a dragon spear. Like that kind of falls in line with it, but that would be really cool to just have a character that does that exclusively.
Like their B and over move could just be like a grab or something, like a long grab and punch. Right. I don't know.
And I'm kind of okay if it's just one move set for like one. Like there's a single ARMS character.
Sure.
Yeah, but like the skins are different from each one. I'm kind of okay with that. I don't think it has to cater.
Ribbon Girl and or is it? I can't remember the names.
Springman and Ribbon Girl.
Like you could just do those two.
Even that, like, I'm cool with, like, they did with the Koopalings, where each one was a different character model, but they all share the moveset. I'd be cool if it was, like, just all because there aren't really that many ARMS characters.
Yeah.
I think it'd be neat if they just kind of tacked on as many as they could that are all within, like, the same,
speaking of,
body, like Springman. Like, Master Mummy's, like, a huge, bulky character. He's probably not going to fit into that category.
Probably, yeah.
But, yeah, you get what I'm saying.
Speaking of the Koopalings, how about the Brutals?
Yeah, man, I love the Koopalings, but man, I love me some Brutals too.
Yeah, I think it'd be awesome.
What if Madame Brutal's one of those single player bosses?
Oh my gosh, yes! Get the gold chain chomp to smack her face.
That would be awesome. Yeah, I really like the Brutals. I also really like the Koopalings, even though a lot of people kind of hate on them nowadays. I've always thought they were one of the best parts of the Mario series.
No, I think they're great. Yeah, I do.
They give it a lot of character.
Yep.
Sometimes they're not used great, but there's character there.
I think there's huge potential in characters, and obviously they're gonna do stuff that's more recent, like with the Switch and everything. I wonder if Yoshi will be a Yoshi, or will he be like the wool-looking Yoshi? I think it'd be fun if he was the wool-looking one. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I feel like he'll probably be a normal Yoshi, but I think it'd be really cool if he was wool.
Or like you could do a skin. Do a skin of wool Yoshi.
That'd be really cool.
But I think we've talked a little bit about stages, like a jump up superstar stage. We've talked about Inkling stage. I'm trying to think of what a Breath of the Wild stage would look like, and I don't want a flying platform that takes you around.
Yeah.
I don't know what it would be though.
I feel like it's going to be that, but it doesn't have to be lame. It could be like...
Well, you could be on...
now you're on Mount... I almost said Mount Doom.
Well, you know what you could do? Here's an idea. Here's my idea, Nintendo.
All right, pitch it.
All right, you're on a divine beast.
Oh, you took it right from me.
And it moves around Hyrule, and then you get off the divine beast and get on another one, and it takes you somewhere else.
Yep, that's literally where I was going with that. And then you're like, "Here's my idea," and I was like, "All right, let's hear this out." Hopefully, he's not about to say what I'm about to think. All right,
that's what they're doing. Fine. Right now, that's what they're doing. Yep.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. And
that would be amazing.
Yeah, my idea there, or I guess what I'm thinking is like, if it's a flying stage, it's going to be like, okay, now you're on the side of the mountain, now you're in the Hyrule field, now you're on top of like the elephant in the Zora domain, now you're on that big long bridge.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I literally think that you'll be like on Vomado, and then you'll land somewhere and get off, or just like, I don't know. Or just jump from one divine beast to the next, or maybe you're just on one divine beast the whole time, or I don't know. But it takes you around Hyrule. Would be cool.
I think that would be actually really cool. Like, it would have to be... do you remember, was it the GameCube one, Melee, that had the Poke Floats?
Yeah.
Which was like, it's just these, like, okay, you could have that, like, 4 divine beasts that kind of act like those floats, or like a Captain Falcon stage where it's like 4 race cards that are constantly changing.
Yeah.
It could be like that with the 4 divine beasts, and they're just constantly traversing around Hyrule.
Yeah.
So you still get that scenic aspect, but there's still 4 main platforms that you can call this a stage.
Yeah. Well, Big Blue is actually a good example. Like, you're on the big ship, and then like you jump on other vehicles and stuff. Like, now it wouldn't need to move that fast, but like you could be on the divine beast and then jump to something else, or...
Right, and it wouldn't even have to be the divine beast that's pushing you off. It could just be like, like a lot of Smash stages just kind of like have the screen move you away from the platform you're on.
Yeah.
You have to get pushed onto another one.
Yeah.
I could see like you have to climb up the elephant trunk and then jump onto Vomado.
That'd be cool.
And then and then he swoops down and then you're on the back of the lizard. Like, that'd be really neat.
It would be awesome. Yeah. No, I mean, I'm super excited. I was thinking about, like, I don't know, because the Mii thing is kind of dying off, like, playing as Miis, but I really loved that part. Like, I did too. Myself, and I could design my own kind of movesets. I love that. And I hope that they don't take that away. I think that'd be awesome to keep.
I know the Miis are kind of what has been salvaged from the Wii era.
Yeah.
As well as the Splatoon 2 Miiverse thing, but I think that they're really cool.
Here's a new idea. I have not heard anyone talk about.
I have another idea too.
What if, to kind of honor past Super Smash Brothers, they had like modes or skins for each character where you could look like the model.
That would be really cool.
Game. Like if you wanted to go back and play with. They would still have the same move sets that they have in the Switch game, but just with like a, I don't know.
You can see Twilight Princess Link doing Breath of the Wild things.
Yeah, or just even like playing classic Super Smash Brothers 64, like polygons on top of the Star Fox ship or something like that'd be
really cool.
Corneria, that's what it's called, but that'd be amazing. Like.
I mean, it's just a skin. Like, it really is just a skin.
Yeah.
Having done, like, character rigging and modeling, like, that really isn't that big of a deal. I mean, it might look a little weird because it's not catered to that character. Like, there might be some...
Or even, like, on the stage select, like, screen, like, pressing the R button, and it would, like, go to swipe to a Super Smash Brothers Brawl stages, and it's just like just like a few select ones from that game, but like you could like scroll and swipe through like past games, and like it would be in that style. That'd be cool. Wait,
are you saying to do a skin of the stage or the characters?
I'm saying both.
Okay.
Or either or. Like I just think it'd be fun. Or like like even like a mode, like play, because like. If new generation of people want to see what Super Smash is all about,
sure.
I don't know. I just think it'd be neat.
With the character skins. What I interpreted from what you were saying was like, okay, now you're playing with the same character model from N64.
I was saying that too. I
wasn't for sure if you meant that or if you're playing as Breath of the Wild Link, he's just low poly.
No. I'm saying as the skins, yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't know what it could look like. I'm just throwing out ideas, but like that could be a cool mode, even like because we're talking about like game modes and stuff, like a single player mode, doing the traditional like versus and like having all the things that come with that, like 8-player Smash, bringing that back, and I think tournament should come back. And then with online you can have all sorts of modes, but that could be like a classic mode or something, like like classic games or like older game kind of mode would be neat. What was your idea?
The other idea I had was actually another Breath of the Wild stage.
Okay.
I think that they'd be really neat if they did a level that was like inside a shrine.
Ooh.
And it didn't have to be like a platform. It was actually it's a fighting stage, but also it's almost interactable, like a puzzle. So I'll use Pac-Man as like a way to illustrate this. There's like a Pac-Man level, I think it's on the 3DS one, that is like literally the Pac-Man like arcade game. There's dots everywhere, you get points, and then there's a fruit in the middle. And so you're playing Smash Brothers, but at the same time you're kind of playing Pac-Man at the same time. Or there's also, I think it's a Metroid level where like the stage is about to like completely be engulfed in flames. You have to get to this spot to be protected. I think that would be really neat if they did that in like a shrine. So you have to like
just use a bunch of spike traps. It's like, get away from the spike traps.
Right. Get away from the spike trap. Or like there's a metal block that has to be pushed over this way to hit this button. And you all four have to do it. Before
that's interesting.
Before like the monk does something, otherwise you're all going to get hurt. Kind of like a WarioWare, like one of those levels. I think that would be really cool. Because it would be honoring the game, but it also would be like
stuff like that too, right?
Exactly.
So totally doable for sure.
I think that would be a really cool idea. When it comes to like these kind of games, I love like talking about things I want them to bring back, because I think that would be really cool. That's something I liked that I missed, but I also am trying to think of like innovative things, and I think that like that would be a really cool way to approach a Breath of the Wild level. Because let's be honest, like that Zelda usually gets a few levels, and so I think that would be a great way to honor it.
Yep, for sure. I think it honestly like this would be a simple stage, one that's not constantly moving and stuff, like just one that you could just fight on and has a nice backdrop. Just do the Great Plateau.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can see some enemies in the background. You can see, Mount Hylia. You can see the Temple of Time ruins. You can see the tower. You have like
there's a guardian that's like stuck in the ground that's aiming at you.
You can see the old man using his sail.
That would be awesome.
I don't know, that could be cool.
Oh man, we could like knock him out of the sky, like Tingle in the Majora's Mask level.
I forgot about that. That could be amazing.
That would be excellent. He like falls and like the man looks like he's dead, but then
he's falling. Oh.
Yeah, he looks like he dies,
and then,
but then his ghost.
Turns to a ghost.
Yeah, exactly. So people who haven't played Breath of the Wild are like, did I just kill this man?
And that was the fun part about like interactive things. Like if you hadn't played Zelda, it's like, who's this weird guy with a balloon in the sky?
Exactly. I had never played Majora's Mask when I played Melee, and so I was like, what is this? This is so this giant turtle.
But then when you find out, it's like, oh my gosh, I love it. Yeah.
It's that's again going back to like I loved it before and now I get it now, and so it's even cooler.
But like the Bridge of Eldin is a good example. Like when
he drops off that bomb.
He drops off the bomb on the bridge. Like, yeah. So, all right, we got to move on. But closing thoughts on Smash? Anything you like to close on? We got to move on to the next segment.
I know, I could talk about this all day, but Smash Brothers is exciting. I really am excited to keep sharing my ideas. I'll probably, in the future episodes, just be like, here's something else new that I thought of that they could throw in.
Yeah.
Single player would be awesome. Bring back a mission mode, or...
Oh, yeah.
But most importantly, like, I'm really excited to just be able to play this game like it's an arcade game again. Just turn that on But yeah, I'm gonna play Smash Brothers now, and like there's no sinking feeling behind it, which I felt a lot with the other two in the previous iteration. So I think you echo that. So
I think for me, I'm just excited to see the game at E3. I hope it's not just like we see it and we're like, oh, it's okay, it's Smash. It's more of the same. I want new stuff. I want it to evolve. So.
Yeah, and that speaks to that conversation of what I was saying a moment ago, is that like we all really want them to bring back so and so for this because we really liked that. But I think that it's worth always talking about like what's a new thing that they could do that could be really fun. Like Luigi's Balloon World was like no one wanted that, but everyone played it and loved it.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
all right. So next segment, we're gonna talk about what we are playing.
All right.
So Xander, why don't you start? What are you playing?
I have played and beaten Pikmin 3 in its entirety, and
what platform?
The Wii U.
Wii U.
Yeah, that's right, guys. I dug that thing out of its grave and I plugged it back in.
I've been playing that recently. I'm actually kind of at a point where I'm kind of done playing the Wii U for a while.
Oh, for a split second, I was like, "You're playing Pikmin 3?" No, you're talking about the Wii U.
I was talking about like Wind Waker. Yeah, because I finished that up, but I don't have any plans to play anything on the Wii U for a while. So tell me about Pikmin 3.
Man, it's a good game. I know Mario Maker gets all the credit for being the one game that uses the gamepad, other than like maybe Nintendo Land, but Pikmin 3, man, they thought about how to use that gamepad. The game is designed all about efficiency, so it's weirdly one of the most stressful Nintendo games, but it's also like so cute and charming, and it's also horrifying because it's balancing the beauties of nature and also the horrors of nature.
Okay.
It's a lot of like you got to get used to death in that game because you have hundreds of those characters that are walking around with you that will die if you make a mistake. And thankfully, there's a way to time travel backwards if you really want to redo a day. The premise of the game is that you are 3 explorers, and your home planet is about to fall to ruin because you don't have any food, and so you're looking for food elsewhere. And so you come across what is presumed to be Earth. And there, you have to collect fruit, and you have to collect the Pikmin.
Now, isn't everyone like really small? They're like itty bitty.
The Pikmin are about a centimeter tall.
And what about like your player, like Olimar, if he's in it?
I'd say he's about a centimeter and a half tall.
Okay, so they're like it's like the Minish world.
Yeah, It's actually you know what? I don't know why I've ever thought of it that way, but you're 100% on the money. It's exactly like the Minish Cap.
Yeah. That's neat.
Yeah, it's really cool. You have to collect these fruit, and you can just throw the Pikmin in. Usually when you go up to a fruit, it'll be like, you need 5 Pikmin to carry this, and so you'll throw 5 Pikmin at it, and then they'll start carrying it slowly back to your ship. And it's up to you to you can guide them. You can kind of make sure no trouble leads their way. Because if there's an enemy that comes across them, he's going to try to eat them, and you have to get rid of the enemy.
So how do you manage so many Pikmin where it's like you have some doing a task and you have to protect them, but you also have to protect the ones that aren't doing a task at the time?
Right, exactly. So in the previous games, you only had 1 explorer, and that was Olimar. In this game, you place 3 other characters, and you can switch on a dime between each one of them. You can have all 3 of them in your party at once. You literally just have to walk up to them, and they'll join you. Or you can throw them, and then you can control them independently. And so they have prompts coming up. So you'll play as a character, and then he'll have Pikmin do this, and then when they're done, there'll be like a little bell that comes up, and then that character will be like, okay, these guys are done, what do you want me to do now? And then you can switch back to them and then continue playing. Or if you really want to, you can use the gamepad to have like this map feature, and you can basically just draw a line from where they're at to where they want to go, or where you want them to go, and then they'll just auto do that. And if there's any trouble, like if there's an enemy that is attacking them, he'll pop up on the screen, be like, "Hey, I need help over here," and then you can switch back and see what's going on.
Interesting. Now, do you actually like move the characters with the thumbstick? Because what that sounded like was like you're moving a camera, and you're like, it's kind of like a Age of Empires thing where you're clicking and telling people where to go.
You do move the character, and you can move the camera. The way you don't move the Pikmin though, you only move the explorers. You basically point. You can use. Traditionally, there's so many ways, like control options for this game, because you can play it on just the gamepad, you can play it with the gamepad and the Wii remote, you can play it with the Pro Controller, you can play it with just the Wii remote. But the best way I found is to have the gamepad in front of you, so you can look at that map,
Yeah.
and then also have the Wii remote and nunchuck.
Nice.
But basically, you point at the screen, and there's like a cursor on it, and whenever you press the button, I think it's the B button, a circle will go around that field, and it'll be like, or any Pikmin that's within that field will be whistled to, and they'll come back to you. So it's a way of collecting them,
Nice.
but you are controlling the characters themselves and the camera.
That sounds like a game I've never played before. Like that mechanics of that sound so unique.
Yeah, it's weird. Like Pikmin itself is a real-time strategy game, but there's really no other game like it because it's such a unique experience.
Right.
Miyamoto is the one that came up with it, and so
of course,
he really did try to make it as different as possible. It's very much like, okay, you're controlling a character that has the ability to control other characters and tell them what to do. So there's a lot of auto stuff going on, a lot of efficient management. So in that sense, it can be pretty stressful, but I weirdly find so much fun in it because it's a beautiful environment. All the characters, even the enemies, look great. The boss fights are pretty fun. My only issue I have with it is that they added this thing where you can now auto lock onto the enemies, because to fight enemies, you literally just chuck Pikmin at them. And it's kind of funny because you can only have 100 Pikmin out of the field at a time, even though you can store like hundreds of them in your.
Wow.
Yeah, it's quite a lot.
Yeah.
So you just chuck them at the enemies, but sometimes the cursor will lock onto the wrong thing, and that's only if you're using like the gamepad or the Pro Controller. If you use motion controls, it's actually fine. So that's kind of like a downfall. People hate motion controls. But I'll give them credit for at least trying with all the different control options. Each day is about 15 minutes, and as long as you have enough fruit, you can keep playing. In the past, it was like you only had 30 days total. Otherwise, you'd lose, because there are bad endings to Pikmin, depending on how you do.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to do my best with the sales pitch here.
No, yeah, it's a great sales pitch. I'm like, I like it, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is
it's such a hard
game that I should play.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely worth exploring. It's really hard to go back to the other two because they were on the GameCube, and the Pikmin UI is atrocious.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, they're really dumb.
Well, that's why I'm thinking just release Pikmin 4 and I'll play that one or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah. The UI of those characters, like, there's so many times, because you've seen footage of this before. It's a character with like a swarm behind them.
Yeah.
If you're going around a corner, sometimes the stragglers will get stuck, and you'll be like, okay, the bell's ringing that the day's about to end. I've put all my Pikmin back in the ship. I've only got 5 minutes left. Where are the stragglers? You have to hunt those down. And that can be... In the previous games, that was a bit of a, oh my goodness, I don't want to lose them, because you deal with, like, sometimes you'll lose 60 Pikmin in a day, and that's this really sad feeling of, like, whenever they die, you actually see their ghost just kind of, like, leave their body.
My gosh.
You're like, oh no! Yeah, Pikmin is weirdly like a blend of some horror and, like, beauty in it, because it's all about nature. And, I don't know.
It's cool, though.
It's kind of a fun game to describe because it's so different, but yeah, I hope that Pikmin 4 comes out, because I'm ready for more. I mean, it has DLC, it has a really cool multiplayer mode that I want to play with somebody, but of course there's no online. There's some mission modes where you can, like, do leaderboard stuff. Like, they really did put a lot more into it. Like, you don't ever think of Pikmin as like a party game, but, like, they did put some really cool stuff in there. Like, there's a bingo mode where there's a bingo chart on your screen and then your other person's screen, and it's like, okay, the first person to make a bingo by collecting the fruits wins. So
cool. Well, neat.
Yeah, I'll shut up about that.
Play Pikmin 3, you people. Yeah,
absolutely. Or pray for Pikmin 4.
That's right. Yeah, seriously. Awesome. Well, so I'll talk about what I've been playing.
Absolutely.
This also kind of relates to a plug, but I've been playing Assassin's Creed, and I threw up the latest, not the latest game, but the latest game that I've been playing in the series, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, but really it's kind of just encompassing Assassin's Creed in general. Those who have seen the Game of Thumbs Direct know that there's a series coming in July called Sword vs. Stealth, and I'll put the trailer in the description you guys can check out. But basically, it's going to be a series where me and a buddy of mine, who is also a seasoned Assassin's Creed player, will go into a mission, and at the flip of a coin, we are told whether we have to go in swords a-swinging and no holding back, or go in with a stealthy approach. And we determine per game, because each game is so different from each other, which is the better method. So we've had so much fun making this show. We're about 3 episodes in right now. But so that's the reason why I've been playing. That's what I've been playing lately, because I've been playing this with my friend. What we've recorded, if you look at the franchise as a whole, a lot of the earlier games they kind of go together. You kind of have to play them in order. But recently, I'd say for the past, let me think, 4 to 5 games that have been released in the series, it's really not that way. You can really start wherever you'd like. And even if you just want to check out the series, you could pick up one of the latest games and just give it a shot. Because the story is so inconsistent, it doesn't really go together well. So it's kind of just you could get what you want out of one game kind of thing. It's really
it's like the Zelda timeline then.
Kind of, yeah. It's kind of becoming that, because it's really just kind of what time period and country do you want to check out? Because that's the huge draw for the series for me, is you go to so many interesting places in time and and the world. And oftentimes what the developers do is they model the city or the location the way it was back in that time. So many times it's accurate to the street corner. So so the games that we've been highlighting in Sword vs. Stealth is Assassin's Creed Origins, which is the latest game in the series, but kind of chronologically, I guess, the first in time. It's ancient Egypt, so that's so much fun to play. We then go to Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, which takes place during the Renaissance, and you're in Rome. And then this one that I'm showing on the screen, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, takes place during Victorian London. So kind of that Sherlock Holmes-y kind of feel. And it's kind of, in terms of going back in time, the most recent, I guess, to modern day, because you have horse carriages, people are using guns rather than swords. You still have hidden blade on your bracer that you use, but you also have a sword, cane. Every weapon that you have has to be concealed. So but it's so much fun just from the standpoint that you're playing these games and you get to visit historical landmarks. You get to go see the Tower of London back in its heyday. You get to cross the Thames River on all these boats. It's so things like that. So and I love Victorian London. I love that time period. So that's why I showed this game right here. We literally today just recorded that episode. So it's a lot of fun. Assassin's Creed is great because it is an open world third-person adventure. Like I was saying, the whole purpose of our show is that you can go in. The combat is always great. The stealth is why you get the game. The stealth is many times the best part of playing Assassin's Creed. I mean, you're an assassin. You want to be sneaky, and the tools you have. You can go into any situation any way you want. You could use poison darts, or you could throw a smoke bomb and go in and get your assassination that way. You could jump off the roof and take somebody out that way. There's so many different approaches to a mission that it brings hours of fun. So that's what I've been playing. It's so much fun. I can't speak highly enough about Assassin's Creed. I mean, and the graphics have only gotten better. A lot of the ones that they've been putting on the current gen are just amazing to look at. Especially the latest game in the series. It's unbelievable, that game. There's also another... I forgot to talk about the other two that we're doing in our series. Assassin's Creed for Black Flag, which kind of is all about the Caribbean, and you're a pirate, and that is one of the most popular of the series, actually. And then there's Assassin's Creed Unity, which is during the French Revolution. And it's the only game in this series that actually offers a co-op mode that you can play with people online, up to 4 players, I think. And it's really great if you're doing it with a friend because you can talk on a headset and actually strategize your mission. If you're playing with other people around the world, everyone just kind of does their own thing and it's not as fun. But the only reason they haven't done it since is because apparently a lot of people had problems with connecting online to do it, but I didn't, and it was the most fun Assassin's Creed game because I got to do it with a friend, and like, you know, 2 is better than 1 kind of thing. So like, yeah, that's why we're saving that for our finale of the series. But that drops in July, and if you're not an Assassin's Creed fan or don't know anything about the series, watch our show because it will definitely give you a good insight into what the gameplay is like. And like I said before, they have so many games in the series, but you don't need to play them all. So yeah, that's all I'll say about it.
I've only started the Black Flag game. I felt like I played it for like 2 or 3 hours, but I really only gotten hardly into it. I really liked it. I just was really bad at it. But I do really like the idea of just a splice of each chapter of history, just jumping into it and like knowing how to play it. Mm-hmm. But it's still a completely different experience, and whoever that caters to, I think that's just a really cool concept. And and I'm glad those games exist.
The fan base is super awesome because like everyone is always just talking about, you know, where are we gonna go next? You know, like the rumors are like feudal Japan, which has never been done in the series before, and that'd be awesome. They've also talked about a World War II era, which would be like the most modern one they've ever done. But
right.
But yeah, it'd be cool.
Would a modern one be like a GTA type of thing?
It's funny because actually I was saying this when we were recording today. Assassin's Creed Syndicate feels like GTA because when you get into a horse carriage, you can just wreck into anything. And it's really sad when you get into fights or chases because oftentimes you can just jump to the roof of your carriage and like the horses will just go on their own because they're not cars, they can actually go, you guys, and you don't have to be pressing a pedal, or someone will be like driving for you and you can stand on the roof, and it's really sad because you can just shoot the guys next to you or you can shoot their horse and the whole carriage will just go down. So like it's pretty, you know, it's rated M for mature for a reason. So I mean, but it does feel like GTA a little bit. Just that game though. The other ones aren't really like that. So
all right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's our recommendations this week, guys. Yeah. Pikmin 3 and any of the Assassin's Creed games, but particularly Syndicate, it sounded like. So
that's right.
Absolutely.
Yep.
We have one more nugget of wisdom before we send you all home. Mm-hmm. We have another game to play.
Yes, we do.
This is an interactive podcast. Ever played 20 Questions before, Drew?
No, not really.
No? You sure you've never played 20 Questions before?
No, I have played it once before. Yes.
Yes.
But basically, why don't you explain it?
Yeah, so basically Drew and I are going to think of a character from a video game that we're fairly confident the other one has played before.
Yes.
And we have 20 questions to guess who that character is. And I think we're going to stick to yes or no questions, but like there are some gray areas that might needed to be some creative liberties might need taken, but for the most part we'll stick to yes or no questions.
Yeah.
It sounds like you have a character already in mind.
I do. So
okay.
You can,
and you feel free to play along and let us know if you got it right in the comments.
Yes, please do.
Or just don't make fun of us for not getting it, because apparently some people haven't played Luigi's Mansion. So,
not me. I have not played.
No, he's not played.
Yeah.
So none of those characters will be from that game.
Okay. Correct.
All right.
Why don't you go ahead
and
ask your first question?
All right. Was this character created before the year 2000?
I think that's it. Sorry. Yes.
Say that again?
Yes.
Okay, yes. All right. I'm going to keep track of these. Created before 2000.
Yep.
And I'm assuming this is a Nintendo character because that's what this has been podcasted.
Yes, Nintendo character, yes. Is that your second question?
I'm not going to... no. I'm not going to count that one.
I think that counts. You just asked.
All right, yes. Fine. Yeah, all right, fine. That's a Nintendo character.
You're going to get it. You're going to be fine. You're going to get it.
All right, fine. Created before 2000. Oh, boy. Was this character created during the NES era?
No.
Okay, so not NES. So this rules out a lot of the big ones. So let's see. What characters were created for the Super Nintendo and the N64? Or Game Boy, maybe? Well, you're not a handheld gamer. I'm not gonna... Well, you might have been for Game Boy. I don't know. What was your past like? Alright. We'll just rule out the consoles. Was this character created there for the Super Nintendo?
No.
Alright, so not Super Nintendo. Alright. Oh, boy. Was this character created for the N64?
Yes.
Alright. That's probably a stupid question, but you know what?
No, it's not.
Okay.
What is this? 5 questions in? 4 questions in?
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that was my 5th question. Alright, so we're on 6.
Okay.
So this character was created for the N64. So we got maybe we got Smash Brothers was a new game. Let's see what else is there. Got Banjo-Kazooie. Got what's so funny?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Sound like an ASMR character for something. Nothing. Got GoldenEye. Oh, that was an exclusive. Okay, we got Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. There weren't any new characters in Mario 64.
Why don't you just ask, like, is it from this universe?
I don't want to waste my questions. Oh, you know what? That's
or if
all
what
right.
gender, or like things like that.
Tell me how to play the game, guys. Jeez. All right. Is this a male character?
Yep.
All right. Wow, that
Helps.
eliminated so much because there were so many
He's never
strong
played Guess Who, I guess. You got to rule
female
out.
characters. Guess Who also has a visual component in front of it. All right. Is this character from the Zelda series?
No.
All right, so not Zelda. Is this character from the Mario series?
Yes.
Oh, goodness. Alright, so this is a Mario character created during the N64 era.
Yep.
Oh, no.
You're getting warmer.
No.
Getting warmer.
I think I know who this is.
Okay, then why don't you guess?
Is this Waluigi?
No.
Oh, dang it. No.
How many questions?
Waluigi.
How many questions?
Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, no.
Okay.
Alright, Wario was not created for the N64. King Boo was not. What other characters were there? Boy. Is this character a boss?
Yes.
Okay.
Getting warm. You're getting hot.
Boy. Is this character from the game Mario 64?
Red hot.
Oh boy. Alright, so this is a Mario 64 boss. There was King Babam, there was the Womp guy, there was... what other bosses were there? There was that weird pyramid hand thing. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I hit eyes on his
I know what
hands.
you're talking about.
What is that guy's name? Does anyone know? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
There was a Noogie, the eel. There was the Wiggler, but he was in Mario World.
Mm-hmm.
I think Womps were new. Is this King Babam?
Yep.
All right, King Babam. Woo!
All right. Well done.
All right, that took me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 questions.
Nicely done.
I'm proud of myself.
Should be. Now, are we going to continue, or are we done?
I've got one in mind.
Okay. All right. Well,
have at it.
All right.
Sir.
Okay. Is this character? It's a character, right? Is this
Yes,
character,
this is a character.
a?
Is that your question?
No. Is this character a?
Can I count that?
Is this character a female?
No.
Okay. Is this character in the Mario universe?
Yes.
Okay. Was this character created before the year 2000?
No.
Okay. So after.
I know.
So after
newer character.
Okay. Newer. All right. Okay. Newer.
Well, I mean, if you
anything, I guess, after 2000 is considered new, right?
Was this... Oh gosh, don't do this to me again. Was this character created during the GameCube era?
No.
Okay, thank God.
Listeners, we played this game once before, and Drew apparently had not played Luigi's Mansion, and I did not know that.
Yeah.
You'd think he would have, but
you think
he slipped under the rug.
Yeah. All right. Is this character a villain?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna
say yes.
5 questions in, folks.
5 questions in. I'm already hesitating.
Okay. So it's not an obvious villain, maybe, but it's maybe someone mischievous. Was this?
I think you'll get it.
Was this character ever playable?
Yes.
Ooh. Okay. All right. We're getting warmer. We're getting warmer, folks.
We are getting warmer.
I'm just gonna take a shot in the dark. Was this character Nabbit?
Yeah, it was.
All right. 7.
I think my long drawn out yes.
That was a dead giveaway.
Yeah. Oh well.
I love it. Awesome.
I was like, he's a bad guy, right? I think so.
Yeah, kinda. I mean, he's a. I don't know.
Why was he playable?
In Luigi U.
Yeah, but why? Why did they pick him?
I don't know.
All right.
Because they couldn't have Mario. It was Luigi. So they had.
So let's replace it with a purple rabbit.
Yeah, they could have done Peach. Like, what the heck?
Yeah. Jeez. Oh boy.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, that was fun. 20 questions.
That was.
20 questions will probably come back, folks. Let's just remind the audience that you guys can send in your listener mail in the comments section below. Things that you want us to talk about in future Thumbcast episodes. Let us know, and we will do it. We will. I look forward to it. I can't wait. But yeah, it's been a pleasure talking to you, man.
As always.
I'm excited for E3. I'm excited for Smash.
I know.
It's gonna be a good time.
E3 is gonna be an emotional roller coaster. You know, some of our hearts are gonna be broken, and some of them are gonna be overwhelmed with pure joy. But we're here for you.
I agree with you.
Know?
Yeah, we are here.
Yeah.
We should start a support group.
I was gonna say, like, Smash looks so good, but Pikmin 4 is not there. I just don't know what to do with myself.
I think you'll need to go to therapy if they announce Paper Mario.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I had to include Paper Mario.
That rumor, I'm just like not getting my hopes up. Don't mess with it like that.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. Yeah, it's been real.
Oh wait, you just did it. You mentioned Paper Mario.
I know, that's what I was saying. I had to include it.
We have to include it in every episode.
It's been real
until the game comes out.
And it's been fun.
It has.
And it's been real fun. So that's a new thing. Happy gaming, everyone. It's your boy.
Oh no.
Like, comment, subscribe.
All right, I'm gonna
go to bed now. So everyone, thanks for listening. See you in the next Thumbcast. Goodbye.
Goodbye.